Hi, are you familiar with the expression upside down on your underwater house? If so, you're definitely in the right place. To clarify, you should watch this video presentation if you have a jumbo or other non-conforming loan on your property. This is not a loan modification program. This is not a short sale program. This is a brand new concept that just started in March of 2012. This following presentation is going to cause many listeners to physically jump for joy. This will be new to most everyone, as the concept was first developed in March of 2012. It takes time to get the word out. Now, here's some preliminary questions to give you an idea of what we're going to uncover. What if I told you there was a way to keep your house and drastically reduce your debt owed, even if you have damaged credit? Are you struggling to make your mortgage payment in today's economy and need it lowered? Are you just plain frustrated about owing more than your house is worth and you want to do something about it? Live in a recourse state? Do you know that the lender can still pursue you after foreclosure for the rest of their money? And the good news is that, have you heard that many banks are ready and willing to accept a fire sale cash price to get jumbo loan mortgages off of their books? You know the story. Before the housing bubble burst, most everyone was happier, and very few predicted the housing bubble bursting. Beware, though, those that made that right prediction now say 2 more bubbles are going to burst before things get even better. It became a big mess when the bubble burst, and there's still debate as to who's to blame. Most likely it was not your fault that your property values dropped so dramatically. Finally, though, we may be able to help you. Better late than never, and the time of waiting and watching is over, and it's time to take action and eliminate your negative equity position.
When the bubble burst, the government created and is still creating programs to try and help. For example, the Making Home Affordable programs, the Home Affordable Modification program, the Home Affordable Refinance program, and more. There are FHA, VA, USDA programs. I'm not here to discuss or debate politics, but where are the programs to help people who own the higher-end homes? I would guess the people who own homes valued over $500,000 are paying the most in taxes that keep the government running. Yet today there are no government relief programs to help people with jumbo loans. And again, these are loans over $417,000 depending on the county you live in. Without government relief, though, you do get to sink or swim using your own resources.
As I read the internet forums of homeowners seeking help, it appears some lenders and or bankers use the government programs to stall for time. I saw multiple stories where the homeowner had asked the banker or lender directly about a loan modification. And in most cases, if the homeowner was on time with payments, the lender was not even open for discussion. Other times, the lender stalled so long by making it sound like a loan modification program would be possible, only to have the homeowner eventually forced into foreclosure or walk away in strategic default. Now, I disagree with the stall tactics and believe that they are not ethical, but now we all need to keep in mind that banks and mortgage lenders are businesses. They're businesses, and there is a difference between business friends and personal friends. Most likely that banker that wanted to go golfing with you in 2005 or have a barbecue has now only called you when your mortgage payment was a day late. I'm a real person with a wife and 3 kids and 2 cats and a home. And I am now in a fortunate position with some great partners, and together we may be able to help people with residential jumbo home loans anywhere in the United States. And yes, I put together this video myself as I wanted to get the word out quickly about our program. Here are the qualifications. First, you must have a jumbo home loan, and in most counties this means your loan originated at over $417,000, but this number does vary depending on your county. And again, jumbo loans are also known as non-conforming loans. Secondly, you must be more than 10% underwater, which means 10% or more in a negative equity position, which means 10% below current market value. So basically, if you sold your house today and you get 90% or less of what you owe on it, on the mortgage, then you do qualify to apply with us here. And after these 2 qualifications are met, everybody has a custom situation, and simply we just need to talk. Prior to March, we could only help people if their debt was on the primary residence. But now we have found we can as easily help if it is your second home or non-owner occupancy. Also, prior to March, we could only help those who had a credit score higher than 680, but now we found we can help performing and non-performing borrowers, even if they have damaged their credit scores. So based on about 6 months of prior experiences when we first launched our beta program, this program has now evolved to a more successful stage. So now is the perfect time to contact me and start phase 1 of the process that can change your life. The best way for me to explain our current program is to give an example of an actual person that we have helped. The person came to us with a jumbo loan. The mortgage balance was $1.2 million. We purchased at a discount from the lender and restructured a new loan with the borrower for $800,000. In the process, the borrower kept the house, did not damage the credit score, was not subject to debt forgiveness and those taxes, and it realized a debt reduction of approximately $400,000. Now, this is important for you to understand this concept, so if you need to, pause the video and reread this before going on. A little more about our capital group. The group I represent is considered a specialty finance company, and we provide short-term bridge loans collateralized by real estate or other quick sale collateral. The bridge loans are designed as interim solutions prior to the clients obtaining long-term financing. Currently, we target the purchase and restructure of residential jumbo loans in the U.S. We have a sizable network of private real estate investors that we work with, as well as a network of experienced real estate attorneys that we partner with to make sure that all of our deals are put together legitimately. Right now, you do not need to do anything but contact me so I can make an assessment. And we're not making any promises here. So the process will go something like this. First, you'll call my number and leave me some more basic details. Property owners' names, property address, the county you live in, phone numbers, or numbers to contact you back. Now please speak real clear or repeat the information twice, please. And I'm going to call you back and gather more details. My return call will happen anywhere from 1 hour to 48 hours later. And I'm sorry, I cannot be more specific right now. And during this call, which could last up to an hour, besides the basic numbers, I'm going to be looking for you to tell me a story about your house, your work, your banker. You will tell me about your mortgage balance, what you think the property would sell for and why, what your credit score currently is, whether or not you desire to keep the house. And also we're going to discuss second mortgages or junior liens. By the time we finish this call, we'll both need to make a decision. You'll need to decide if you want to do business together, if you qualify, and if you're going to let me help you. And then I need to decide if you're somebody I want to help. If we both decide it is in our best interest to move forward, we will also be confirming that this will take work on both sides, like a partnership. I cannot help you if you do not let me and work with me. What you will need to put together for me is very similar as if you're going for refinancing with a new lender. After we talk, here are the next steps to move forward. First, you're going to need to order a full appraisal from a certified appraiser and have a copy sent directly to me from the appraisal office. Second, you pull your tri-merge credit report and have it sent to me. And again, don't do these things until we talk. Third, once I've reviewed the appraisal and the credit score, I will contact your lender and get a determination if they are willing to negotiate. And by this time, you'll have provided me all the details and numbers I need, as well as a signed consent to contact the lender form. When the lender tells us, yes, they are willing to negotiate, that is when we're going to pull in our attorneys. And on the flip side, though, if your lender is not willing to negotiate, we cannot force them, and we are done. Prior to March of this year, we charged a $1,000 fee to take in all your application information and approach the bank to start the negotiation tactics. Since March, we have dropped upfront fees of $1,000 until further notice, and I'm expecting that to come back again. But right now we don't, so we do not get paid unless we can actually help you. You will incur a cost of $300 to $500 when you order your official appraisal of your property, and you should be able to get the credit report for free online or pay a very minimal fee. Now think about this. Even if you have only a $500,000 loan, for example again, we'll most likely reduce your principal by $150,000. So you need to decide if saving $150,000 is worth taking the time to put together this necessary paperwork and get it done. Now at this point, you should be ready to contact me and be excited about what I can do for you. But let me cover two more things for your benefit before I let you make the call to me.
What this is not. This is not a short sale, not a loan modification program, not a forensic audit, not phony counseling, not a foreclosure rescue plan, not a mass joiner lawsuit, not a bait and switch to have you surrender your title or deed, and not a rent-to-own or leaseback scam. You do have to be aware that there are scams out there, but we are not a scam, and here's how you know. We do not get paid unless we successfully negotiate a discounted note purchase with your lender and then use our investors to obtain a bridge loan and develop a workable exit strategy, drastically reducing your principal balance on your mortgage. For many listeners, this may be the first time you have heard of banks or lenders doing this, but for those of us in the industry, we see discounting and note selling happen every single day, and in rare cases as low as 40 cents on the dollar.
So even with all this being said, some of you will still go around and ask your banker, your lawyer, your broker, your real estate agent, someone at the title company, a coworker, a family member, maybe you'll even Google a forum, and you're going to ask that big question. What do you think about this? And guess what your answer was going to be? Even though they've never heard of us before or heard of this concept before. Sure, it sounds too good to be true, so it must be a scam. And then you should say, though, but they're not charging me anything up front. How could it be a scam? In fact, they do not get paid unless they reduce the principal on my mortgage. And for the most part, you're going to get a lot of backs saying, well, I don't know. And, I do not blame you for asking around. But I do ask in return, though, when you call me with your preliminary info, that we go over all your questions in further detail so you do feel comfortable working with us. And I'll be more than happy to talk to you at that time about economics, Texas ratios, liquidity, recourse, DTI, foreclosure costs, and the such. So let me recap this one more time using other words. I represent a group of investors that purchase high-end residential loans at a discount. In today's lending climate, a lot of banks are willing to sell their higher-end home loans that are upside down at a discount. They view these loans as high risk for default and would rather just sell them than risk foreclosure. Again, assuming I am able to buy your loan at a discount, I would become your new lender, and since I am able to buy it at a discount, I will basically do a new loan, and with you at a much lower amount, saving you many tens of thousands of dollars.
The video is a lot longer than I planned, and I apologize. You now should have a good understanding of our services and thoroughly understand the first phase, so you feel comfortable enough to contact me. There is a lot more to this than what I uncovered here, and we can discuss those details after we talk. If you are underwater on a jumbo loan, hopefully you see the value in at least talking to me, so I can at least let you know if debt release on your home loan is a possibility. Again, no guarantees here, as this is not magic or another form of trickery. This will take work on both of our parts to make it happen. So, get a pen and paper and jot down this phone number. As of March, this video is all that I have online. Hopefully a professional website and videos to be coming in the near future. In the meantime, please help me get the word out and share this video with people you know that might be interested and could benefit. For example, high-end homeowners, real estate agents, brokers, things like that. And the only way to make initial contact with me today is to call 773-756-5626. That's 773-756-5626, and that's right, that's 756-LOAN. Leave a message there. And then after our initial contact, I will then provide you my cell phone number and email address so that we can reach each other more conveniently after the initial contact. And that's it for now, so jot down that number and give me a call, and thank you very much for your time. Have a blessed day.